we hanging out with today?
This is my dear friend Hadar Susskind, the CEO of Americans for Peace Now, an organization I've been involved with for over 30 years.
Awesome. And what are you guys thinking about on this day at the DNC?
Hadar, why don't you start?
Well, we've been here talking to folks, talking to elected officials, delegates, all the policymakers, talking about what's happening in Israel and what's happening in Gaza and the need for U.S. action, because we're more than 10 months in. And, the United States doesn't control everything that happens on the ground there, but we control what we do here. And so we can't necessarily stop the bombing of Gaza, but we don't have to give them bombs to do it.
That we want to hear all voices at this convention. We are about inclusivity. We are about equality. We are about not othering. And we have the space. You were going to say something again?
No. Amen.
And we want, last night we were sitting with Hadar at the convention, and an extraordinary, brave Israeli couple came up and spoke. What were their names?
John and Rachel Goldberg Poland.
Yes.
Talked about their son Hirsch, who has been held hostage in Gaza since October 7th. And John and Rachel were so powerful. I was sitting there, we were there literally in tears with tens of thousands of people there.
Yeah.
And, as somebody who is Israeli American and an IDF veteran and, feels that so powerfully, it was important to me to have that representation. It was important to me that they had that opportunity to stand up there and not talk about politics and not talk about policy. They talked about humanity and they talked about empathy, and they shared their son's plight. They shared their grief. And I thought it was amazing that they had that opportunity. It was powerful for me. And yet we have not heard that voice from a Palestinian American. They have not had that opportunity. And Palestinian Americans, Palestinians who are suffering their own grief and dealing with their own traumas, need to have their humanity recognized, and they need to have that opportunity as well.
We want to have the hostages returned. We want a ceasefire. We want to stop the use of offensive weapons and use negotiation and the intelligence of human beings on both sides to bring about a peace.
And we feel it's really important that while the convention is still going, that we also get to hear from a Palestinian voice.
Yes.
in this process, as we've heard from a different part of the experience. And there's still time for the DNC to make that right choice. And we hope they do.
To not hear that voice is too loud a scream of I don't even know what the word is. It's wrong,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It is not what the Democratic Party is about.
It's wrong, and this isn't politics. This isn't about who you're going to vote for. This is about recognizing our shared humanity. And our work, as Mandy was saying, every day is striving for peace. And you build peace on the basis of empathy and on the basis of shared humanity. And John and Rachel, who I love deeply, and their son Hirsch, they were heard last night. Their voices were heard. They represented American Jews, they represented Israelis, and Palestinian Americans deserve that recognition as well, and we need that shared understanding.
And we need to let their voices be heard. That's what we're all here for. That's what all of these little conversations, videos, everything is about. We're here to connect with people and share their hearts and souls. That is what is morally, ethically, the right thing to do.